Hello, welcome to Mountain Gym Card Collectibles. We're having a great week so far. So, today I want to talk about something I've noticed for quite a while, and that has to do with what I call Fugazi or copycat art cards. Now, there's plenty of art cards out there. I don't have a problem with art cards. The problem I have with certain art cards is the fact that they are obviously attempting to look like an already printed or published card. And those are the cards where I just put up the red flag. What's going on here? I know that everyone has a right to do artwork, but when you see art cards that are clearly going out of their way to copy a design, well, I tend to believe those type of art cards should be taken off of sales platforms. I'm just putting that out there for the fact that it's just too confusing for the customer. So that takes us to this article, and this came out on August 17th, 2025, and it comes from Collectibles. And this goes over this recent Olympics triple auto that I'm not sure if you're chasing, but it's a big card to chase for autos. I mean, it has Steph Curry, LeBron James, and as you can see, Kevin Durant. It's a nice card. I mean, it's a big chase. And it's a one of one. You can see it's a one of one. And this is an article written by Lucas Mast. But what this article gets into is how there was another card posted on Goldin Auctions. And it was pulled on Goldin Auctions. I mean, here you can see, current bid, 10 bids, it was at $1,900. And Goldin pulled it, which I have to give him credit for that. I mean, I know a lot of people like to attack Ken Goldin, but, I still have a lot of respect for him because I've noticed a lot of times he makes a lot of good decisions. Sometimes they're not perfect, but overall, it's not like I disrespect him like I do, the other sports card villains like Michael Rubin. It's just for the fact that I know Ken Goldin's been doing this for a long time. He reminds me of, say, the guy that, I go to my local sports card shop. Same deal. They've just been doing it for a long time. And you just have a sense they've been doing it longer than a lot of the big hobby heroes. So I believe he made the right decision. So let's take a closer look at this card. If you go to X, hit the Goldin site, and we're just going to take a look at this piece of artwork. To me, we saw the previous, Topps Now one of one card. I wish it wasn't one of one. I wish they had more of it, but these big one of ones are now. But when you look at both cards, they have the same pictures of Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant. If you look closely at the autos are very, very close to where I'm asking myself, okay, so these are stickers on this art card. Are these legitimate autos? That's just it. And then if you look, instead of having, the Topps Now on, you see just USA, I guess for USA basketball, but overall, this is a Fugazi. In my opinion, it never even should have got as far as even, an auction on Goldin Auctions. I mean, I understand it has a lot of stuff, but the thing about art cards is, in my opinion, art cards shouldn't be Fugazis. They shouldn't be set out to copy, a current sports card hit, whatever. And that's where the diabolical nature of, some of these sports card art cards come in. And you just want to kind of step back and go, wow, I'm glad I, was careful with that one. And I have found myself, falling into the same trap of, oh, look at this card, but you really have to look it over. And does it say fan card? And then, some people might get a card that's a fan art card and try to resell it, of course. And they may not post that it's an art card. That's just it, So let's go back and we'll take a look at, this original post. Get the picture, Yeah, this one's not great either, but as far as I know, no one has hit this card yet from Topps now. And everyone knows it. And that's why this issue with this Fugazi that was on the Goldin Auctions site got pulled, in my opinion. It's just, very, very suspicious. Now, when you look at this, what do you notice that we noticed on the other ones? Well, this all looks hard signed to me, okay? The other ones were clearly stickers, all right? So that stands out. Now, the pictures do look very similar. The artist didn't put, Topps now, so it wasn't, a legitimate copy. But the fact is you have to ask yourself, could Topps take that artist to court? That's just it, to where if you're copying something, that closely, it's clearly not your own artistic design. I'm an artist, if I were to make my own art card with Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, autos, I would design something clearly different so that, you would know that it's not a Topps Now product. That's a big chase card, And so I decided to dig into some of the art card sales on eBay to see, what are people buying for art cards? And these are just recent sales. And, some of them do look like sports cards, but, they're just not the, the big chase. I mean, this is a Boomer Esiason custom 4x6 art card. That's what it says. It looks like a sports card, but, the price isn't too outstanding. You're not, almost $2,000. Here we see like, Lacey Evans art card, that's, that looks like a drawing that someone put in an artwork. And, and I think if you're going to do art cards, stick with your own artwork. Don't be the Fugazi guy. Don't be the copycat artist, When I look at this stuff looks like artwork, This is a custom art card. This kind of appears to me like another Fugazi. To me, if you're going to do art cards, if you're going to sell them on your website, get the Fugazis off. And what's a Fugazi? Well, it says here, it has the Donruss thing on it, 2025 Panini Donruss Rated Prospects, Nick Kurtz, custom art card, 1 of 1. And I wish that would go away, How do you feel about these issues with I like to call them the Fugazi art cards because they're practically totally copycat artwork to a sense. Design, graphic design, however you want to put it, it's copycat art. It's confusing the buyer. So Goldin pulled that card. I think eBay, if you dig into the eBay fan art cards, I think eBay should go ahead and pull some of their stuff too, to be quite honest. And maybe some of these other sites that are selling fan art cards, if they're made to look like a current copy of a sports card, some of them even have, the sports brand names on them, whatever. I just think they should be pulled, Get rid of the Fugazis. Anyway, hope you enjoy this episode. If you have any different opinions, leave some comments. I'd like to thank my subscribers. Always like to thank my subscribers and recent subscribers. You're awesome. And I hope you have a great day. Oh, yeah, and if you haven't subscribed, it's 100% free. It helps this channel out greatly. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.